Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Kodasaki. In this tutorial, I will be talking about one very important concept in Python, which is how to parse XML data and how to read data from XML files, okay, and how we can interact with XML files in Python. Before starting this video, I would like to request all of you to please like and share our videos with your friends and family, and also please don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you can receive updates of our latest videos and topics. Okay, so let's get started. As I said, today we'll be starting with one new topic, which is XML. Okay, so let me create a new directory here. Python XML. Okay, and inside this, I will create a simple Python file P1, and let me create one more file where I can give you some detailed data about XML. Okay. So first of all, what is the meaning of XML? XML means Extensible Markup Language. Okay. I don't know why they have written the name as extensible like this. It could have been EML, but we don't have to bother about that. We just have to focus on learning the topic and move on, right? So XML stands for Extensible Markup Language. Okay, it is a language of the web pages like HTML, and it is basically used for many different things. You can read the data from websites. You can create XML files, and it can be helpful in many different domains. Okay? So we'll be learning how you can read and write data into XML files using our Python scripts. Okay. So for that, there are many important libraries. What we will be using is one of the best libraries or modules in Python, that is called the element tree. Okay, this should be written together because that is how the name is pronounced, ElementTree. Okay, and there are many other different modules for reading XML documents. Okay, but we will be focusing on the ElementTree. Fine. So let me go to my first Python file here, and let me minimize this part. And suppose in order to import the XML module, it is a built-in module. You don't have to download that or install that. You can directly import it. So import, it belongs to the XML package dot E3. You can see E3 dot ElementTree. Okay, we will be using this particular one. Okay, and as you can see here, the name is a little bit long, right? So we can write a shorter name like this as ET. This is the alias name. It will be the short form. Okay, and suppose when you are working with any module for the first time, you have to know about what are there in the modules, right? So for that, I can say dir and give the module name. Okay, let's see what we get here. We run this. You can see there are so many classes and methods here. We have comment, we have element, element path, element tree. Basically, we'll be focusing on this one, the ElementTree class and the functions. Okay, and you can see we have so many other things. That is not our concern. And suppose if you want to check all the classes inside the ElementTree module, let me show you one trick with which you can do it. So let me write a comment like this: display all the classes inside ElementTree module. For that, you can do one more thing. We have to import one very important class which helps us to inspect the members and the classes and the functions from any particular module. Okay, so we'll write like this: from inspect. See, this is the file which helps us to do it. Import. I will import the get members method, the is class method, and the is function. Okay, this will actually help us to read data from any particular module. Okay, so now let me use it like this: for name, comma member, in get members of, we use the elementary module, comma, and is class in order to get the classes. And please remember, we don't have to use the parenthesis. Okay, so let me print them one by one. But before that, as I showed you here in the run console, you can see many of the members start with underscore, right? We don't need them. We only need the class names. These are the class names, right? Without underscores. So we can write a command like this. If not name dot starts with underscore, that means if the names are not starting with an underscore, I will print those names. Okay, so let's try to see if we are able to successfully get the class names or not. Okay, guys, you can see here, right? These are the names of the classes. Writer target, element, ElementTree, parser, QName, tree builder, XML parser, and XML full parser. Okay, so this is how we do it. And suppose if you want to get the names of the functions, then what you have to do, same thing, we will just say for name comma member in, we will use the get member function, and here we will pass the elementary module, comma, this time we will pass is function, the other one. Okay, and as earlier we don't need the parenthesis. Here same thing, if not name dot starts with underscore, then we will display the names of the functions. Okay, let's see what we are getting this time. Run this. Yes, guys, you can see here, these are the functions that we have: PI, processing instruction, XML, XML ID, canonicalize, stamp, form string, form list. We'll be talking about a few of these functions in our tutorial. Okay, so this is how you do it. Let me give one more print statement here so that we can separate the data from each other. Okay, now let's see. We'll put it here as well. Now you can see the difference. Okay, so these are the names of the classes, and these are the names of the functions that we have inside the elementary module. Okay, now let's get into action. Let's try to understand about the elementary module and try to work with XML files. Okay, so for that I will have to create an XML file for you guys. Okay, I will do that now. So let me do it here only in my Python XML directory. Right click, new file. I will say trainers.xml. Okay, see here guys, an XML file has the XML extension, and we have to start it with a angular bracket and end it with an angular bracket. Okay, so I'm talking about my own company. Okay, company, I will say com is equal to, so as we all know, our company name is Border Circle, and we will close this like this. Okay, you can see here, right? So this is how we create an XML file. Got it? Now let us put some data inside it. So our company has lots of trainers. So I will add some trainers into the database in the XML file like this. So trainer, and let me write my name. So okay, this is the first trainer, and you can see this is the opening tag for the data trainer, and the closing tag will have a forward slash like this. That means it is a closing tag for the data. Okay, same thing. Let me copy this stuff and create some more trainers here. Basic here, 5. Okay. So let me create some more people or trainers. Ashang David. Let me create one more. Nisarga Dia. Okay. And Khil Kumar Rai. Okay. And one more. Let me say Chandan Kumar. Okay. Say suppose these are the trainers in our company. That's a simple example. Okay. So you can see here, right? This is how we create an XML file. So first thing, this is the value or the company name, and we have around 5 trainers. We have more, but I'm just giving you a simple example so that you can understand this. Now let us try to read the data from this XML file. Okay. So let's create one more Python file here. Say p2, and here we will try to read data from this particular file. Okay. And let me show you both the files together, side by side. Okay. So this is the Python file that I have here. I've not written anything here, and this is the XML file that you can see here. Okay. Now, so first thing first, I will import the ElementTree module xml.etree.ElementTree as ET. Okay. And let me maximize the size. Now let's start with this. Okay. So as we remember, as we see here, an XML file is actually working like a tree. Okay. This is called an XML tree. That's why you can see element tree. This entire thing is the element tree, which will have different roots. Okay. So let us take the root of that particular file, something like this. So I will say tree is equal to et dot. We have the parse method, and in order to parse the XML file, we need to use the parse function or the parse method. Okay. Here I will pass the name of the file. You can see here, as soon as I write trainers, I'm getting update of that trainers.xml file, right? So it is auto detecting. So I will pass it here. Okay. And then I will just say root equal to tree dot get root. Okay. This is the function that will help us to get the root of this particular XML file. Okay. Now let me run this and see. So there are no problem. It is detecting the file well and it is reading the data. Now let us try to read the data. Let me show you something here. Let me say et dot. If we want to print the string, we use the toString method. Okay, and here we pass the root variable that we have created. Okay, now let's see what we're getting. See guys. So this is company com code started slash n means it's going to the next line, and we have the database of all the trainers here. Trainer, my name, and we have trainer Ashank David, Nikhil Rai, Isiga, and all we have here. See one by one. So this is how we can convert the data from an XML document into a string by using the toString method. Okay. So we are parsing the string here. Okay. Please remember that. Just because we have parsed it here by using the parse method, we are able to convert the XML data into a string data. Okay. Right. Now let me just do one thing. I don't need to print it again and again. I will just comment it. Okay. Now let us try to print something else. Say I will print. Let us try to print the name of the company, like Chorus Architect. You see here. Let us try to print that. Okay. So company name is equal to. So in order to do that, we have to store the name of the company into a variable. So what we do, just see here. I'm telling company is equal to root dot get, and here I am passing this value. Guys, you can see here, right? We have com here as the name of that particular value, right? So here I will pass it like this, com. Okay. Now we will be able to access the data like this. Say I'm using a curly bracket, val, and after that, let me pass it something like this, dot value, or we use the formatted string like this, dot format, val is equal to the company variable. Okay, that means we are simply trying to read the data in a different way. I will explain you in a bit. Just here, what we are doing is the get method is used to get the value of certain attributes, right? So com is the attribute here, and it has a value called codes attribute, right? Now, company is a variable which takes the data from the root and stores the value of com. Okay, then print company equal to value. This is a formatted string, and this value will be coming from this particular company. You can see here, company is this variable. So this should print company name equal to chorus array. Let us try to see this if it's working or not. If we run this, yes, you can see company name equal to chorus array. So by using the get function, we can access the value like this. Okay. Now let us try to do some changes into this particular trainers.xml file. Okay. We will try to set a attribute like employee ID. Okay. Each trainer should have a employee ID. So how do you do it? Let's see. So for that, what I will do is, let me just comment this because I don't want it now. So let's write one more comment. Say set one more parameter into this. Okay. First, let me show you how we can pass a parameter called established or attribute called established, and then I will show you how we can add some other attributes into each trainer. Okay. So let me show you here. Say established attribute. Okay. So for that, let's see root dot set. This is the method to set any attribute. So here, this is the key. It should be a string, and then it needs the value. So value is also a string. I'm passing like this. Our channel was established in the year 2021. So 3rd Jan 2021. And then what I will do is, let us try to print the root dot attrib. Let's see what we get here. If we run this, you can see here, guys, form codes arcade established. This is not there in this XML file. You can see here, right? We only have com equal to codes arcade, but I have set this attribute established equal to this particular date and here, right? But how do I save this? For that, we have to save that XML file. Then only the changes will reflect on the particular XML file. Okay? So let's do this thing. Save the updated XML file. Okay. So let me write the comment. So simple. We use the tree where we have saved our XML. I will say tree.write. Okay. And just write the same name, trainers.xml. I will use the same file. Okay. Now let's see if we are able to get it or not. I click and run. You can see, guys, as soon as I did this, I have the attribute here, but at the same time, if you see here, if I minimize this a little bit, you can see established attribute has also been given to the XML file. Okay, company com this and established this particular year and date. Okay, so this is how you can set attributes by using the set function, and it takes two arguments, the attribute name and the attribute value. Okay, and if you want to print the attributes, you can use root.attrib. Okay, and every time you do some changes, you have to save the XML file by using the write function. So trainers.xml, I'm using the same file. Okay, after that, let us try to add an employee ID attribute to each trainer. Okay, so for that, let me just show you here. Every time I will have to save this, so I'm not writing this again and again. I'm keeping it at last, and here I will do something else. See, so let me comment this two parts. This is done already. Okay, now let us write another comment and say add an EMP ID attribute to each trainer. Okay, let's see how to do it. Okay, for that I will take one variable called EMPID is equal to, let me start from 1001. Okay, and now what I will do, I will use a for loop for trainer in tree dot, we have the findall method. Okay, and here we have to pass the string that we are searching for. As you can see here, the string is trainer, right? So I will pass it here. Okay, now this is just a loop variable. Okay, guys, don't get confused with this. But this find all method will actually find this attribute or value inside the XML file. Okay, here I want to set another attribute called employee ID to each particular trainer. Okay, so what I do, I will just say trainer dot set. You remember, right? We use the set method to set some attributes. So the attribute is empid, comma, and the value should be a string. Okay, please remember that. For that, we have to use the str function, and here I will pass my empid variable that I had created earlier. Okay, so that's it. After that, same thing. We have to save the updated file. That's why I have written it all together so that you don't have to write it again and again. Okay. So for that, if you want to write from 1 to 10, you can also do that. I am just taking a value like this, 1001, so that all the other trainers get attributes like this. I will get 1001. After that, this will be 1002, 3, 4, 5 like this. Okay, so let's try to run this and see if it is working. Guys, keep a look at the right hand side of the page so that you can see the updated part. Let me run this. You can see here I'm getting 1001, 1001 at all the places. Okay, but the problem is it is not getting implemented, right? So what we do after this for loop, we will use empid is equal to, or I can say plus equal to 1. Now let's try to run this. As you can see, now it has taken a proper change, and you can see all the employees have a proper ID 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now it's perfect, it's working fine. So this is how you can add a attribute to each different values. Okay, each different nodes or elements. Fine, because this entire XML file is called a ElementTree, and all these are actually elements of this particular XML file or XML tree. Okay, now we have seen how we can add attributes to each particular element of the XML tree. Okay, now let us try to see how we can delete the attributes that I have assigned. Say employee ID I have added. Now I feel that I don't need this. I want to delete this. Let's see how we can delete it. Okay, for that, what I will do is I will just comment this because I have already done that. Now let's go to the next part. Okay, say delete empid attributes. Okay, so for that again I will use a for loop for trainer in tree.findall. We use the same method. So the string that we are searching is trainer only. Okay, and we will use the del function or the delete function. And what to delete? We will be passing it like this. See here, please try to follow the syntax. Trainer dot attrib in the parenthesis or the square bracket we will pass the attribute that we are trying to delete, emp id. Okay, and it is very case sensitive. You can see the id here is D capital, so I have to pass the same thing here. Now let's try to run this and check. See guys, all the employee IDs that we had for all the trainers have been successfully deleted. Okay, so this is how you can delete the attributes. I hope you have understood this. Now let's go to the next part. Okay, so let me comment this because deletion is already done. Now let us try to add a new trainer. Okay, so let's add a new trainer to the XML file. Okay. So for adding a new element or a new trainer to the XML file, we have two different methods. Method one is actually we have one function or method using the from string method. Okay, let us see how to use that. Okay, so let me create a variable called a new trainer underscore one. Okay, is equal to we use the ElementTree module dot from string method. Okay, and suppose I'm adding the trainer like this. So see here I'm using this function and here we have to pass it in a XML format. Okay, so int tag and start tag. This is the start tag as we know, trainer. Okay, and then we have to pass the name. Let me just keep it to the side and keep it and say such in H. Okay, and then we have to close the opening tag. So trainers. Okay, fine. Now, simple. After creating that particular trainer, we have to add it to the XML file. Okay, for that we will use the root dot append method, and here we can simply pass the new trainer like this. Okay, and as soon as we have done that, we need to save the file, right? So that is done. Let me run this and show you if it is working or not. Okay, see here, guys. We already have it done. You can see trainer such in H has been added, but there is some problem with the formatting, right? Don't worry about that. You can just select that file and go to code, and you see here you have the option of reformat code. Okay, so just a little bit of change and your file will be ready to go. Okay, no problem at all. So I hope you've understood this. So the first method is clear, right? We create a trainer, we use the form string method, and here we pass the XML language code like this. Trainer such in H trainer. Okay. And let us now look at the method number two. Okay. This is the done, the first method. Let me comment this because I don't want one duplicate value to be created there. So let us talk about the method two now. So in the method two, we use the element constructor. Okay. Using the element constructor. Let's see how to do it. Okay, simple. We create a new trainer underscore 2 is equal to et dot element. This is the constructor. Inside the parenthesis, we simply pass it like this. Just see here, trainer. Okay, that is the key that we are passing. And so for this trainer, we need to pass the text. Okay, so new trainer 2 dot text, because that will be the value of the text, right, is equal to, say I am writing UJJWAL usual K. Okay. After that, same thing like we did for the earlier one. We will say root dot append, sorry, not attrib, append, and here we pass new trainer 2. Okay. And as for the earlier ones, we have to save the XML file. Then only the changes will be reflecting here. Okay, so let's try to do it. Let me run this, and if you see here, yes, Ujjwal K has been added. Now again same thing, just control A, select that and go to code and reformat the code, and you will get a very good properly aligned code. Okay, that's it. Now, so the second method, let me explain once again. Using the element constructor, you just say et.element, and here you pass the element that you are trying to create, trainer. Okay, because that is the element ID that you will be getting there. Okay, trainer. Okay, and this is the value which will get that we passed as the text dot text, and we pass which will get as the value. Okay, and then we append it to the root. Okay, that's it. Fine. Now let's try to add all the employee IDs again, because we have had lots of trainers now. Okay, so now I think that it will be good if we can add employee IDs again to all the trainers. Okay, so let me comment this file. Let us now try to add some employee IDs. Okay, so let's add the employee IDs once more. Okay, we will be using one new method called paths. Okay, using paths. Okay. Let's see how to do it. Fine. Let's use a for loop for emp id comma trainer. This variable names can be anything. Okay, in. So for using the path, we have a special method called enumerate. Okay, we'll be using that special class which will help us to do it. Okay, it helps us to iterate over different connections. Okay, so this is a built-in function or class. We'll use that. Here we use the root dot findall because we want to find all the trainers with the attribute called trainer. This is the element ID. Okay, so for employee ID comma trainer in enumerate root dot findall trainer, what we do, we just say trainer dot set, because that is how we set the attribute, right? The first attribute is emp id. It is case sensitive, so whatever you are passing here will be allocated there, comma, and the second one is the value, right? This is the name of the attribute and this is the value that we are passing. So str, and let us take 1001 plus emp id. Okay, so whatever it is, it will be starting from this one, 1001. Okay, now let's see if we are able to do it or not. Let me run this. If you see here, yes, we are able to get that 1001, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, got it. So this is how we add the attributes once again. So this is how we are actually doing it. Now let me show you one more thing. See, XML stands for Extensible Markup Language, right? So it is like the language where we use the DOM of a website, document object model. Okay, let me talk about that a little bit. So XML is used to interact with the DOM, DOM, or the document object model of a website. Okay, so if I show you something here, you will understand that. Let me open Google Chrome and let me open, say, Swag Labs. This one. You see here. If I right click and inspect this, this is called the DOM or the document object model. Okay, so here we generally use the XPath to interact with XML. Okay, so simple. If I right click on this, you will get options here. Copy, you can get XPath, you can get full XPath, and you can create your own XPath also. We have lots of videos on that. You can go to that playlist and you can learn about that. But I will show you how we can use an XPath in order to read data from an XML file. Okay? So let me close this and go back here. And suppose I want to try to get the trainer or select the trainer, say suppose Chandan Kumar, by using the employee ID 1005. Okay, by using an XPath. Okay, let's see how to do it. Okay? So let me comment this because we have already done that. Now let's see how to do it. Say select the trainer 1005 by using XPath. Okay, so there are many types of XPath. So let me just tell you an idea about that. One is absolute and the other one is relative. Okay, there are two types of XPath. And let me show you how to do it. So trainer is equal to root dot find. If you want to find an individual element, you can use the find method. And here inside quotes, I will pass it like this: dot double slash, and the attribute is trainer, and then inside the square brackets, the attribute name is actually EMP ID, and equal sign we give the value like this 1005. Okay, so let me give you the syntax as well. This is actually an absolute XPath. So it is something like this: dot double forward slash tag name, and in our case the tag name is trainer. As you can see here, this is the tag, and then we pass the square brackets, and inside that at the rate at rate is equal to value, and all these things should be inside a double quote. Okay, so at the rate tag name, the tag name is trainer, and the attribute is EMPID, and the value is 100654 whatever. For us, we are trying to look at 1005. Now let us try to print the value of the trainer dot text. Okay, and the text that we have here is, let me show you. We have Chandan Kumar here. See? Yes, let's try to get it. And we don't have to save this again. We just comment this. Let's try to run this. What do you get? Yes, guys, you can see here I'm getting Chandan Kumar. So tag name at the rate attribute equal to value. Say if I say 1001, it should give me my name. So let me run this. Yes, you can see I'm getting my name. Suppose if I give 1003, it should give the name of Mr. Khan. Let me run this and check. Yes, it's giving the name Mr. Khan. Okay. So that's it, guys. This is how you work with XML files. I hope you have understood. If you have any doubts regarding this, you can ping me in the comment section. I will be very happy to clarify all your doubts. And these are all the things that you need to know about XML: how to parse and how to get data and how to write data into XML files. And if you really like the video, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like and share our videos with your friends and family. And also, please don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you receive notifications regarding all latest updates. Thank you. I'm Saurabh signing off. Bye bye and happy learning.